Just the back and forth momentum swap. But there's a big rock. Here comes Romero. But a pull counter.
There we go. We have a champion, ladies and gentlemen. Your champion.
You ready to fight? You ready? Good.
Alrighty, so Garry had himself another pedestrian performance. Nothing really exciting, so to speak. And obviously, a lot of stuff was made to be made with the build-up, things of the press conference, him being visibly affected by the boos. Some people felt that Jeff had won. Some people felt that they've probably seen the first 10-10 round in one of those passive 10-10 rounds, not like Volkanovski, Holloway. Round 3, 10-10 round, because that round was super close. Just different versions of scoring criteria for both Jeff and Garry. I thought Garry had a pretty great round 3. I thought Jeff had done a better job landing impactful strikes in round 1. So in round 2, it could have gone really either way. So I figured, I was like, Jeff probably should have that one, but I think they're going to give it to Garry 29-28. I saw one judge give 30-27. I'm like, that's a stretch, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. Like, that's more feasible for Garry than it is for Jeff, I think, because I think Jeff lost round 3 on all the judges' scorecards. However, for Garry, as he's gotten like a higher step up in competition, doesn't seem to me that he's for all the talk and the bravado that he's having, trying to emulate Conor and all that stuff. I think he'd just do better if he was more like his true self. Now, I'm going to go ahead and try to be this mean guy and then say something that's relatively inspirational, something so people can like me right after I say it. I don't think it's a really fake attitude to have. Good fighter, but not really something enjoyable to be around. And he's been out of multiple gyms. I think he trained at KF Martial Arts, then he went to Killcliff, left there, then now he's at Shoot the Box. It's a black belt in judo, which is cool, so we'll definitely try to get some grappling going there too. But since his win over D-Rod, which was, when I saw him KO Daniel Rodriguez, I'm like, oh shit. Like, D-Rod's a good win. Granted, Neil Magny also finished Daniel Rodriguez. Right? I think Neil Magny had finished D-Rod right before Garry had knocked him out. Finished D-Rod with a dart choke. But prior to that, he was on a pretty decent win streak. Excuse me. But watching him fight against Jeff Neal, it's not an MMA math thing. It's just more so of a tactics thing. Like seeing him get pressed up to the fence by Jeff Neal the amount of times that he did. And it wasn't by any type of complicated setup. It was like hooking and then taking him to the fence. We're going to go and take down this Wonder Boy here. This is to close out the round on top. He didn't, yeah, it was probably the biggest dud on the main card, in my personal opinion. He was legit running like a track star. Wasn't anything remotely exciting. It was just all around a bad. It was just a very pedestrian effort. And it takes 2 to tango. Granted, like also on Jeff Neal's part 2, could have used a little bit more of his tools. Spent too much time bouncing on the outside, not really setting up much of anything. Even his coaches were getting on him about that. Like, can't. Well, but they should keep Shafkat away from Garry. They really should. Vicente Luque, It's funny because I know he got finished brutally by Jeff Neal, but in that facet, he does have some more tools in terms of grappling. So in terms of matchups and whatever's in the toolbox and what has more of a chance to beat Ian Garry, outside of Luka getting stunned, we don't know how the brain injury has been. It's interesting. It's interesting. But with Garry, since he won a decision, we're gonna go ahead and try to win a decision. We're gonna stick to leg kicks, working on the game plan. It seems our opponent too is also relatively passive. Doesn't want to expose himself too much. So the footwork stat of Thompson is pretty good. He's doing a good job playing the two-shot game, but not opening himself up enough to really cause much damage to us. So double hooks for some reason. Fade the leg kick, go to the body. Funny because I remember Ian Garry. The reason I remember some people saying, "Oh, why isn't his lead body hook level 3?" for some awkward reason. I forgot who was asking me. I think it was one of his Irish fans. And you can hear from Ian Garry himself. I think it was against Son Kanan. I think that's the individual that he finished. He's like, I don't really usually go for those. He prefers for he goes for them when his opponents are tired, so to speak. But it's not like a go-to of his. I think it was Son Kanan that dropped him with the counter, left hook counter, when he tried to go for lead hook to the body. So we're going to stick to the 1-2s to the body. Lots of 1-2s. We'll make this work. Leg kick him away to the decision. It's 5 rounds though. Sneak it in. Let the cross. I guess for all my slow fighting fans, this is the type of treat y'all want, huh? Sneaky head kick. Front kick. Thought he was gonna duck. Lace 1-2. Man, I'm sleepy, yo. It's a little dumb late. I should have got this Garry showcase done earlier. Like in my entire list, there's so many fighters I had like a list to showcase. I think he's only the last one for the card I didn't showcase yet. And I just waited until after. Alright, bro. I really don't. He had gotten a spectacular knockout victory, would have made it much more hype. Deny that transition. Let's go to armbar. So we're going to go to the armbar, show off some jiu-jitsu. Or actually, in this case, some judo. They also do armbars in judo. You made a fatal mistake there. Right, it's going to secure the round for us. Grapple for 120 seconds. I'm pretty sure I've done more than that. I will say this, though. I think the odd obsession with Ian Garry's personal life, there's, I'm not even going to say two sides, because I think that's a very weird thing to say. I will say this. When he gets backlash for bringing up another person's personal life and their own issues and struggles, and somebody brings up his own issues, that is perfectly A-okay. You can judge him off of that. When you start bringing the dude's kid, so to speak, in it, or you start harassing his wife, like if you're talking about the Neil Magny thing and him also harassing Neil Magny to the point where it got involved with like court and whatnot, yeah, okay, you can probably say something. But the kid itself, it's not really anything to rag on with the kid. Respect. But I saw a clip on Twitter where some weirdo was trying to say something to his wife. And like I understand, but so he's pissed off. Like, you motherfucker, you ain't gonna say any of that shit to his face. And I'm like, yeah, that's exactly how you should handle it. Because now if you get dropped for saying some fucked up shit to his wife, harassing his wife, I'm trying to be a little bit flashy because this guy's not giving me anything. These people are just living their own vacuum of reality. So, and then also the occasional, you know, those comments like, wow, the men that can't control themselves, the dudes that they go, well, why is she out there dressed like that? Like, motherfucker, you're not gonna touch her. She's not your wife. Every woman has a right to feel comfortable with themselves and what they're gonna wear. Obviously, there's a fine line between being booty ass naked. That's at that point, that's public indecency. Well, she's looking good for her husband. They're going out as a pair together, and I think I should just. At this point, he will eventually lose in the UFC. I'm very, very confident about that. However, it's gonna take a really good fighter to do that, and somebody that can bring a well-rounded tool set against Garry. Because Garry, he's not just a striker. He's a black belt in judo. He has a good understanding of the clinch and the upper body position. He's given up takedowns before, but he's gotten takedowns before. Did pretty good work against Neil Magny, even though he destroyed Neil Magny's leg, and that plays a part. He had a good performance, just didn't close out the show. I think if we would have closed out the show, would have been significantly better. You are not committing the shit, Doctor. Is that way, Dr. Emesius? Yo, he does not want to commit to nothing. I'm okay without pointing you. If you throw a body kick, I will catch it. Or I'll rock you. It's not force a finish. It's that footwork stat of Thompson really makes it a hassle to deal with him. Body teep. Disappointing. I'm surprised for a dude that's using Stephen Thompson. He's not really using his spinning heel kicks, spinning side kicks to the head, jab body side kicks, like oblique kicks. I guarantee you this dude probably picks high-rated footwork fighters all the time, and this is how he plays with all of them. Doesn't matter, we're going to get another takedown. I like to have like a mental challenge for y'all. I want you guys to catch yourself when you guys are playing almost night. You're going to do certain things with every fighter that it's going to be abasing your own personal fundamentals. Like when you're playing this game, it's just natural habit, and there's only so many things you can do to counter. That's how life works, right? That how there's only so many ways to throw a strike properly. So I'll understand like basic things. Meta just means most effective tactics available. But if you go and say you're fighting with, say the way this guy's fighting with Thompson, if he goes and does that with like Charles Oliveira, it's kind of weird. Not weird, but it just doesn't really add up. This matchup. It reminds me of Marshall Mind's video when he was fighting that weird Daniel Cormier that was retreating, and somehow it frustrated him so much that he ended up losing that match. He ran to the guy again and won, I think, but he was just so thrown off by Daniel Cormier that didn't want to engage and give him a fight that he wanted. Nice question mark kick, good, nice. That I think ended up leading to him losing. I'm pretty sure he lost. I could be wrong. Marshall can correct me in the comments when he watches this. Okay, now he's using some more odd. Using more question marks. You are down 3. Fight like it. I am content to do this all day, but oh fuck. Oh, that was his grand moment. That's what he was hoping for. Thankfully, he has not dealt much damage to my head at all. His stamina was low. If that's what you're going to be fishing for, just one duck counter to win, you're going to be sadly mistaken. That's what he's trying to do. Three minutes. Okay, I like that exchange. Feint. Thinks the head kick is coming. Your body's feeling it, my boy. Try to sidestep, didn't do it in time. He's gonna keep. He's gonna keep ducking. Keep attacking the body. Stamina's getting cooked. Gary's cardio stats not that great too, but I'm up on damage by a huge amount. Should have pulled that. Not pulled that, excuse me. Bro, you are having the crowd boo, bro. On the feet. It ranked. Have some urgency. Urgency. Oh, my Lord. There we go. This is how you point fight. This is how you point fight correctly. You recognize your landing. Your opponent's not landing much of anything. Counter lands. Not going to go too overzealous for anything. Uh-oh. Bleed through rock. Makes sense because your block was low and your health was low. Left front kick. Oh! His grand moment. Doesn't matter. We still won that round. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We still won that round. He waited to the end of the round to pull out that axe kick. And then goes for uppercut lead hook cross. Alright, we outworked him so much that round, it doesn't even matter. I'm pretty sure it's going to be... I'm going to win this next round, too. Pretty sure it's going to be a 50-45. If they give him that round off of that, that's going to be complete bullshit. Yeah, no, that's our round. That's completely our round. I would have loved to see this fight a little bit earlier between Thompson and Garry. That's a 5-rounder. Yep, we got the stamina lead, too. Body kick. Now he's pulling out all the stops. Side. Yo, even his corner is telling him, I need to see more strikes from you. There you go. Open up. You're down. Open up. There's something. I'm going to stream rank later today. Take a nice nap and then stream around like 12. Stream 4-star fighters. Probably look to drop this around like 2 o'clock or so. Smart decision making. 3 minutes. Another counter hook lands. Whenever you see that flash, be patient. Let's just be like Ian Garry. We're not going to pursue anything. Eves! He's not going to engage. I'll hang back. Doctor? 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 He was holding block on that counter. That's why they came out so slow. Close. Could have fired off a head kick at the end there. You gotta send it, man. Tried to wiggle and duck inside. It got caught. Tried to go to the side. Urgency. Surprised I wasn't gonna drop. The hell is Wonderboy shit made out of? Oh, game. If you would have hold me off of that. There we go. We got this fight won. Just trying to fish for one counter the entire fight, and I just... No urgency at all. Ah, there we go. There's a knockdown. Should we even pursue it? Ah, that's a clear decision for Garry. He wins a decision, and we virtually won one. Cormier's talking about championship medal and experience. Like, nah, my opponent didn't want to. He had some good stuff early, like good feints and disguises, but he never really built on it. It was like he was feinting just to feint. it was just too defensively focused and not a lot coming right back. Aside from round 4 with that axe kick, there was pretty much nothing that was going on. That was insane. And that's what Ian Garry said, so I'm perfectly content to win a decision. So, let's hear the scorecards. Look at Dana with the belt. He wishes this would happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the contest 50-45.
Yep.
50-45.
All right. That's going to be it for Mr. Ian Garry. Another pedestrian performance for him. Hopefully he has a much better performance for himself next time he ever fights on a pay-per-view. Rare 17, I appreciate y'all. Much love. I'm out of here.